Gamers, how are we all doing today? It's Carputing here, and today we're going to be doing some more ice cream. Now, we're looking at this Häagen-Dazs Matcha Green Tea, which if we read the logo, let's get it all up nice there. Authentic Japanese matcha powder, balanced by pure sweet cream. So, that's pretty interesting. Wow, actually, to get back up there, most ice creams have a way bigger ingredient list than this. Look how much empty room there is on the ingredient list. What is there? So there's wow, is this like Japanese friendly cuz it's not full of different freaking ingredients and whatnot? All the ingredients in it are cream, concentrated skim milk, sugar, liquid egg yolk, matcha green tea. Wow. And this one is actually seems a tiny bit lower. No. Maybe instead of 1,000 calories, it's 900, but 380 calories per 188 milliliters. So this is going to be very interesting. I love green tea. I've had green tea a ton before. I actually might have some after this, just for the heck of it, you know. And this is made in Canada, so that's cool. I'm Canadian. So I'm interested to see what this is going to taste like, because I don't usually, when you have green tea, it's kind of got a fairly mild flavor, and it's like, and you're having it hot, of course, so there's really not too much else to say about this one. It's going to be an interesting flavor experience to see. I think this will be really good based off the last Häagen-Dazs with the super smooth texture. I don't know, I feel like matcha green tea should have a super smooth texture to it. So, yeah, I think this will be a good blend. I have no idea what to expect for a flavor profile, but on online someone requested I do a green tea, so a green ice cream. She was asking what's everyone's favorite color of ice cream. She liked dark green, so here, this one's for you, the dark green ice cream enjoyer. You know, I'm not too preferential on the color of the ice cream. I am excited to see. Of course, I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of green. Will it be a light green, like a lime color, or will it be more of a dark forest green? I'm kind of expecting a bit of a lighter green color, but not too light. I don't know. Maybe a darker green. We'll have to see. So, without further ado, let's take it out, the lid off. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure there's a plastic covering on these, isn't there? So, yeah. There's nothing on the lid there. Because it's on the lid there, because it's got its cover on it. So, let's take this off. Okay, yeah, so that's kind of almost what I expected. It's kind of like a lime green ice cream, but just the ever so slight tinge darker than a lime green color. And of course, it's not gonna taste like a lime. I'm still so curious what this will taste like. So I think we're gonna have to get into it. This, unlike other ice creams where there's a bunch of different toppings where you can kind of expect the flavor, this is kind of almost a mystery flavor. If you haven't had like a tea flavored ice cream, this is kind of specialized. So I talk about inspiration even before I try this. I feel like this is a very inspired ice cream. It's definitely a unique flavor without going too overboard. Some ice creams just might go too crazy, you know. Like I keep wanting to talk bad about the vegan Ben & Jerry's, but just all the toppings and that were bad. But some ice creams just go crazy, mixing in different stuff, trying different flavors, you know. I don't know, banana, strawberry, and all that. That's a good flavor combo, but, you know, this is a unique one. This isn't one you see. I don't think Breyers has green matcha, you know. Maybe they do. They might. Maybe it's more popular than I know. I'm obviously not saying that Häagen-Dazs is the only people to do matcha green tea ice cream, but I do feel like it's a fairly unique one. I don't think Ben & Jerry's does it, and I still haven't seen any new Ben & Jerry's. I've been looking at my local stores. But I don't think Ben & Jerry's would do this. I'm not sure. They might, you know. I haven't seen it, but Häagen-Dazs, it's going to be a good quality one, so I feel like if I try it again after this, it's going to be a lesser quality green tea, unless it's something like Ben & Jerry's for ice cream, green tea ice cream. It's kind of weird thinking about green tea ice cream. I keep thinking about, I'd say green tea, that's very traditionally boiling hot to me. Now I got to think about like the ice cream when I think green tea. Like I was messing with my thought process here. Okay, so we dig into it. It felt a bit harder of an ice cream there, so it is just one consistent color throughout it, so this is all going to taste the same. So I don't think this will be a longer review where I have to experience how many toppings there are, the different flavors, because every spoonful I get will be the same in this. So if you're looking for a real variety in your ice cream, then you definitely don't want to... like for toppings, if you're looking for a real variety, then you want to look for something else. Just wanted to get that good and up close there. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. This is also just going to give me a real good flavor profile, texture profile on all Häagen-Dazs ice cream itself, because since there's no toppings that would change the texture in here, it's just the pure Häagen-Dazs ice cream. I know with the last one I did, I got the texture pretty good, but this one I'm really gonna get the texture of the Häagen-Dazs ice cream, which I think I do like more than the Ben & Jerry's, to be honest, because it's so much smoother and more. It's not just softer, it's just smoother. It's more consistent. It flows, you know. So let's see if this one's the same. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that tastes like green tea, and it's weird because it's like kind of different. It's got that creaminess of the milk, changing up the flavor a bit, because also when I drink my green tea, I drink it just with the bag and water. But this is obviously tastes like if you add to milk to it. But it does taste like a green tea. A very smooth ice cream. It melts in your mouth so quick. This one, I don't know if the last one did the same. Let's take another big chunk here. And it when it does melt, it very quickly becomes like that green tea, almost like a boba green tea taste. Like, it's very sweetened, it feels. Once again, I'm just used to drinking it black and not getting a ton of the flavor. But with this one and the sweetness in it, it's definitely like got more of that dessert flavor profile to it than the usual green tea I'm used to. But if you drink your green tea with the milk and sugar regularly, this might just be a regular flavor to you, to be honest. But to me, it's a new and unique flavor, but it's also somewhat familiar because I have had green tea in the past with milk and sugar. It's just been a long time. I've had it like recently black for the past many years. But this feels like that distinct memory. Yeah, it's got that. I just keep wanting to say sweet, and then you do taste the green matcha stuff. I don't know if there's another flavor I can compare it to other than you could probably take the green matcha powder, put it on your tongue with a bit of sugar, and it might taste like this. It's got a fairly, not overwhelming at all by any means, but it's got a fairly good flavor profile. It's not weak. Some of the other ice creams I've had a very weaker flavor profile. You know, you didn't get it as much. But this is shockingly good for something without toppings. You know, it's not watered down, as one might say. The creaminess with the milk and the sugar in it definitely is a super nice touch. Like, overall, if you just want a green tea ice cream, like, yeah, this is phenomenal. And you can see it's got that green color, like darker than a lime green by a shade or two, but not super dark forest green. And then when you have it out on the spoon, it looks like a shade lighter. Well, yeah, every bite, along with the matcha, you're really getting the milk and the creaminess of the ice cream. Noticeably more than with other Ben & Jerry's or Häagen-Dazs I've had. You're getting, I think there was one Ben & Jerry's where I really got the creaminess in it, but I don't know if it was the Ben & Jerry's vanilla, but I'm kind of comparing this to the texture of the Ben & Jerry's vanilla. And as compared to a Ben & Jerry's texture, that, like I keep saying, this is just smoother. It's not just softer. It's still, this is fresh out of the freezer right before I started recording, so it's not by any means had time to start melting. Although I think I've mentioned in the past I do prefer my ice cream more melted, but for these videos I think it's better to evaluate it more like fresh out of the freezer. Especially because if I was to melt an ice cream, something like this would be fine. I could get away with that. But if it was something with peanuts and cookie dough and toppings in it, caramel bits, those would all like float to one point and I wouldn't get a proper evaluation, if that makes sense. But I am enjoying this. Yeah, it's like, in what situations would I eat this? Probably watching a video or a TV series would be good. To just watching, I don't know, like CSI Miami, sit down on the couch, or Game of Thrones, something, crack open a green tea, Ben & Jerry's, maybe have a green tea. You know, it's really hard to find much to complain about this. It's got a good consistency. I love the creaminess with the milk, because with the ingredient list here, yeah, the first two ingredients are cream and concentrated skim milk, and then sugar. That's the first three. So you're just getting a ton of that that creaminess, that sweetness, and it blends very well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish this all in one session, because I'm gonna bad talk the Ben & Jerry's vegan one, whatever, again. That one was a mission to get through. This is very enjoyable. I'm gonna flip it over there now. This is, I'm trying to get the bits that melted. Yeah, the melted bits really go hard. They smack. So if you like green ice cream, if you like green tea, if you like anything green, you know, I could have a lot of this in the freezer and probably not get sick of it. Like, usually the ice cream, I feel, when I'm eating it, takes a bit longer to process every bite when I'm making these videos, but I feel like I could just take a huge bite of this. Like the last bite I took, it didn't fully melt before it was down the hatch, you know? It's just such an enjoyable ice cream in so many aspects. Now, ways that this could improve. as I get a bit over the halfway point through this Ben & Jerry's, one thing I am thinking is some toppings could be good, but I also like this version without. So I don't think they have a matcha green tea with peanuts. Like, I don't know if they have those like honey coated peanuts, but those would go hard with this. I don't know why. Don't ask me the science behind that, but those like roasted honey covered the toffee covered ones I think I'm thinking of. Toffee covered peanuts with this, that would be a phenomenal combo. I might have to try that someday, make that myself, you know. But overall, yeah, it's really good. Like I said, kind of once you get halfway through it, you're thinking, no, could go to munch on some peanuts right now. Could go for a bit of caramel zing. But you know, also, you take another bite after of it, and it does start to feel a bit plain, but also it tastes real good. Yeah, we got a bit left. Like, I'm just munching down on this one. I feel like I should be taking my time more, but it's just a very delicious ice cream. And thinking of a rating in my head out of 10 for this, and I've had my thoughts locked on a number for the past few minutes, but I feel like it would be too high. But I don't know. Because if you were to add peanuts to this, would it, peanuts or chocolate bits or cookie dough, it would probably be good, but would it be needed? This is kind of good in its simple form. I was thinking of, I'm torn between two numbers. Rating it a 9 out of 10 or an 8.5, because it's up there. It is up there for very good ice cream. Like, this is phenomenal. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect before I had this, but it's like, it's just so milk and creaminess with definitely that green tea flavor, you know? It's if you have the opportunity to try Häagen-Dazs Matcha, what's the name of it? Matcha Green Tea? Häagen-Dazs Matcha Green Tea. You know, you gotta try one. It's even if you're not a huge green tea person, you'd probably like trying this. I think there'd probably be a couple people out there who don't like this. Like, I could imagine that. I could see some people don't like this flavor profile, probably. But it's not controversial or offensive. I feel like 8 or 9 people out of 10 would very much enjoy this. Like, I kind of want to get my mom one of these if I find another on the shelf. Might do. So let's finish off this cup here. I think I gotta settle on rating it 8.75 out of 10. Because, you know, it's a very good ice cream. Very, very good. Well, that's that. You gamers know the rules. I don't really eat ice cream off camera, so if I have another ice cream, it'll be on the next video, but I am going to miss this matcha green tea. Very good ice cream. 8.75 out of 10, you know. I don't think toppings would fix it. I think it's just, you know, some people might not enjoy it. I very much did, obviously. But overall, I decided that's the rating. You know what? I decided 8.75. I'm not further explaining it. 8.75 out of 10. Very good ice cream. So that's Häagen-Dazs Matcha Green Tea. Thank you so much for watching, gamers. I hope everyone had an awesome day.